alguna llamada de atención a todos los 35 alrededor, de todos los ligeros del mundo.
Si fue en un round y en 56 segundos, estén al pendiente y como lo mencioné, esténse al pendiente del nombre de Isaac Pitbull Cruz porque va a dar de qué hablar.
Like I said, if I did it in 56 seconds, it's pretty more, it's true that I did this statement with all the language up there. So from now on, hopefully everybody come on with my name, Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Okay, next question over here, Pete.
Congratulations. You're now in closer position to fight Teofimo Lopez, who has the IBF lightweight title. How do you think that type of fight would go?
Como está muy cerca después de la victoria junto a Teofimo López en la 135, ¿qué piensas tú sobre Teofimo en una pelea futuro?
Encantado.
I would love it.
Emocionado, motivado.
I'm very motivated, I'm very happy, I'm very splendid.
Y bueno, pues si es con Teofimo que mejor, pero con cualquier 135 estoy dispuesto y en las mejores condiciones de pelear.
If you Teofimo, bring it on. If it's one another 35, and I'm at the better disposition to fight anyone in the 35 division.
What did you think of Lopez's performance against Lomachenko?
¿Qué piensas tú del desarrollo que hizo Teofimo López con Vasily Lomachenko?
Yo igual esperaba una pelea más entretenida. Nunca esperé de esa pelea que fuera a dar Lomachenko, pero bueno.
I was expecting my fight a little bit more entertainment. I wasn't expecting that Lomachenko tonight, but
y si él no quiso o no pudo o por tal motivo no pudo dar una gran pelea, aquí está Isaac Cruz para poderle dar una gran pelea, una gran guerra a Teofimo López.
If you couldn't do it that night or for vice versa, one thing or another, you got to make sure that I got here, you got here. Isaac Cruz people to bring Teofimo Lopez anytime, any night.
Isaac, earlier in the week, I told you were the Mexican Mike Tyson, and it's exactly how you look like tonight.
Hace poco tiempo durante la semana te dije que eres el Mike Tyson pequeño, hiciste exactamente eso.
Claro, tú me lo mencionaste.
You mentioned it to me.
Mike Tyson y claro, Tyson mexicano acaba de nacer, una nueva era de México, está por revelarse.
Yes, why not? The Mexican Tyson just born from Mexico, and from now on, it's ready to be the big revelation of Mexico, the new Mike Tyson Jr.
But nobody knows, since the beginning of the pandemic, you couldn't train, you were stuck in your house with just a treadmill. How did you look so good with no camp?
O sea, todo el mundo sabía que en México, especialmente en México, con la pandemia estaba todo cerrado, pero el secreto fue que te llevamos la caminadora, la cargadora. Desde entonces te mantenías en condición.
Yo, como es mi profesión, yo soy un profesional y para cuando mi empresa, mi promotor, mi representante Shanji Bonsimani Pacquiao me digan que está una pelea.
Yeah, since I got everything, I got my treadmill a long time ago. We knew it was a pandemic, and since my promoter Manny Pacquiao and Chuck Emmons, the treadmill need to be ready anytime. That's why I got the treadmill. So that's why I'm a professional, and I have to be ready anytime, any day.
Okay, Marcos. Since you got the victory so quickly, how soon do you realistically see yourself getting back in the ring?
O sea, que fue una pelea tan contundente. ¿Qué realístico te sientes tú para de vuelta a regresar al ring?
Me siento capaz porque hice una gran preparación de 3 meses.
I feel capable because I did a preparation for 3 months.
Y qué mejor ahorita con un knockout ante todo este público.
And much better than anything, like a quick knockout in front of all this audience.
Pero si me dan una pelea pronto, claro que la asumo y otra vez un.
But if you give me a fight right away, I will take it right now, and I will do the same thing.
Okay, Isaac, congratulations. We have just one question here from someone coming in on Zoom, Stephen Hayes.
Una pregunta, Stephen Hayes.
Claro. Stephen, if you unmute, you should be able to ask your question. Go ahead.
Hey, Cruz, congratulations. I just wanted to know, do you feel that you're definitely ready for the title fight right now if that was to come next for you?
¿Tú piensas que ahorita en este momento estás listo para el campeonato del mundo después de esta noche?
Sí,
ahorita.
Sí, claro.
Yes,
no quemé la preparación que tenía, entonces estoy dispuesto para pelear pronto.
I didn't burn my energy, my whole preparation tonight, so I'm ready for any time, any day, the next day if it's possible.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Okay, we have no more questions. Isaac, congratulations. Javier Jimenez, thank you for your support this week. Well done. Travel safe.
Gracias, gracias a ustedes y
Thank you very much.
todo esta victoria igual para todo el público que nos ve y pues a ustedes por mantener vivo aún el box y vamos a dar de qué hablar en 135 libras.
Thank you
Gracias.
very much for your audience, for you giving the voice of the people of boxing, and we're going to keep alive the 135 division to the most powerful that I can do, and he's here.
Terrific. Okay, guys.
Sean, you want to go?
Yes.
Okay, guys, the Rougarou. Regis, Prograis, going to join us in just a second. Thanks for coming. Guys, if you have a shirt or a sweatshirt or robe or something, feel free. Whatever you're comfortable with, Regis.
He likes to come back here.
If you have questions on the Zoom, please use the raise hand function. We'll get you in queue. We'll start with questions from the press here in attendance.
Good to have you back.
Good to be back, guys.
Yeah. Get some rest. My best to your wife. That's right. There's no more rest. You let us know when you're ready. You come ready.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chris. Okay, Regis, terrific knockout.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Why don't you just tell us, take us through the first knockdown, how you set that up? I believe it's a left hook.
Yeah, it was a left hook. You know, I can't even explain it, man. I just set it up how I set up. You know, I kept jabbing, and Bobby told me at first I kept walking to my left with the jab, but then as soon as he said, you know, walk to my right, it's gonna be open. I took a step to my right. I hit him with a perfect punch, and that's what dropped him.
Okay, first question over here, Sean.
Regis, did you feel like you needed this kind of showing tonight to prove to the world you're still an elite fighter?
Of course. If I keep telling people I'm still the best at 140, you know, I have that blemish from the Josh Taylor fight. I still feel like if that was here, I would have got a decision. But hey, I still feel like I'm the best, and I'm gonna keep proving it. You know, that's my motto. I'm gonna keep proving it, basically.
Okay, over here with Keith.
Okay.
We spoke about it the other day. Your wife was able to hold out for you. Are you gonna
She
go
did.
out of here right now?
So far, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna call her right now, and I'm gonna see. You know, I'm gonna see what's going on. If she had a baby yet, I'm gonna just go ahead and fly back to Houston. Drive back. I live in Katy, so that's like 2 hours away from here in the car. So I just hurry up to get out of here and hopefully catch the baby.
Great. Mario Barrios is obviously fighting next. He has a version of the title that you previously had.
Yeah.
He wins tonight. How much would you want to fight him next, maybe?
I mean, I think that's up to management. You know, it's up to them to see what's set up. Basically, I do want to be a champion again. Mario Barrios, he does have WBA regular, I think. But I want my belt back. I want the one Josh Taylor took from me. That's the one I want. But still, Barrios, yeah, that's not off the table, of course. You know, whatever they say for me, I'm just ready to get in there. Of course, I want to get the biggest fights and, you know, get the belts.
It could be a while before Taylor and Ramirez fight. So the Barrios thing.
If that's the case, yeah. But you never, you know, the thing is in boxing, man, you just never know the landscape. You know, you can say this and say that, but you just never know how it's gonna play out. So, but hey, if the Barrios thing is on the table, then we do that. Mm-hmm.
First of all, Regis, congratulations. What a tremendous. They must have forgot.
They must have forgot, man. I'm gonna keep reminding them. You know, I'm gonna keep reminding them. Ray, come here. You want to sit down? Come here.
Isn't boxing a crazy roller coaster?
It's crazy, man.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, man. It's my son Ray. Yeah, it's boxing it is, man. It's a crazy thing. I'm living it, but I've been studying the boxing, you know, game for years and years. I'm a historian, so I just know how it is. But I'm glad to be back. That's the main thing. You know, I was out of the ring for a whole year, so that I think that played a part of me for like as far as the weight cut. But this was a perfect opponent for me, you know, to get back in there and, you know, try to get back to the top. Get back to the top.
2 years ago, I interviewed you and Teofimo Lopez at the same place at the same time.
Yes.
And the dad said, Regis will fight Loma, then we'll fight you. So how about a fight with you and Teofimo?
Hey, let it happen. You let it happen. You know, we could do that too. You know, I know he's on what they say the other side of the street type of thing. But hey, if that's a fight, you know, just like, you know, Keith was saying about the landscape of boxing, that might be a big fight also. For me, I want the belts in the biggest fights, you know. So if it happens, if it can happen, it can happen.
Hey, Regis, 2 questions for you. What's up, man? First off, in regards to the weight, was it more or less because of no access to like facilities, or is it something that you feel your body's growing and you might have to move up another weight class again?
I think it's the bubble thing. I think that definitely played a part. You know, we couldn't leave, and it's not an excuse because everybody else made the weight except me, of course. You know, but the bubble thing, you know, we couldn't work out on a Tuesday, so I think that definitely played a part on me. And then the other part is that my body, I didn't make weight for a whole year, so I think that played a part. I don't think my body's growing. Of course, it probably is growing, but at the same time, I don't think I'm it's growing that much, so I need to just go up to 147 right now. You know, I was 1.6 over. So like I said, I think the year I think that played the biggest part for me, the year.
I know before this fight, you had a fight with Maurice Hooker scheduled.
Mhm.
When you missed weight, he posted something on social media. Did you get a chance to see what he posted?
I didn't. What he said?
He was eating popcorn, and he just gave, I think, like the eye emojis.
Yeah.
When you heard the news that you had missed weight.
Of course, we gotta poke at each other. Of course, that's what's gonna happen. I was 1.6 over. I wasn't 7 over. You know, I wasn't going to 147 right now. You know, so of course, let him talk. Whatever. I'm on my high horse right now. I'm not worried about fucking Maurice Hooker or nothing like that right now at all. Let Maurice Hooker eat his popcorn. He already had the damn thing with the burger, so he couldn't make 140. So whatever, Maurice Hooker, we're gonna see each other eventually one day, but fuck him right now.
Regis, there's talk about it back in the day. We all expect him to come back at some point. What would you think of a potential fight with Adrian Broner in 2021 at 140? I
think that's a huge fight. I think for me, that's a huge fight. Now he said like we're stable mates now, so I think that's a huge fight, man. If me and Adrian Broner fight at 140, that's the biggest fight you can make at 140. You can have whatever champion you have in any organization. If me and him fight for nothing, for no type of belts or nothing like that, that's gonna be the biggest fight. You can put that pay-per-view, and that's gonna be the biggest fight. Simply because our personalities, we all know the same people. And, you know, we both of us like to talk a lot of shit and, you know, we entertain us basically. So I think that that'll be a huge fight. And now I think I've been wanting that fight for like years now, but I think now it can really come to fruition now.
How does it play out in the ring if we ever get to see it?
What you want me to say, Adrian Broner beat me? I think I whoop his ass. I think I whoop Broner, you know. I don't know how to go, but I definitely think I'll beat him. It'll be real fun between me and him. Yeah, we'll have a lot of fun.
Okay, right here with Mike. Hey, Regis, congratulations.
Hello, Mike, thank you.
Nice knockout. Obviously, it's like a shake off the rust kind of performance.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of opponent. Well, do you think you get the big fight next year? Your next fight, you're trying to go right into the big one?
Hopefully, man. That's up to management, man. That's up to Sam, you know. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what's happening next. I just wanted to get past this. This has been a long year for me. I had a lot of bullshit in my life right now, so there's been a lot of stuff going on. I just wanted to get past this, and now it's just like a weight lifted off my shoulders. So now, if we get the big one, we get a belt, we get the big money fights. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and you mentioned Adrian Broner, but when you look at the rest of the PBC landscape, assuming you fight there going forward, you got Mario Barrios fighting next. Not a possible fighter. Who do you look at? Who do you want?
We can do Barrios. I think everybody trying to set me and Barrios up because everybody say Barrios. So hey, if maybe that could be a fight too. You know, hope we'll see what he does tonight. Everybody definitely predicted him to win against Cowboys. So if Barrios, we could do that too, and we can still make it probably back here in Texas. You know, because I'm out there in Katy and he's right here in San Antonio. So that'll be perfect too.
Okay, Mike. Okay, we have one question from Zoom, remote here. Stephen Hayes in queue. Stephen, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
Hey, Regis. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you feel like if you don't get the Josh Taylor fight, that will be a disappointment to you?
I think I will get it before my career is over. You know, I think he wants it and I want it. You know, so if it's even after our fight in the ring, when he was with the McGuigans, you know, so they said that we'll definitely have a rematch. It'll probably be at 147. So I think it will be a disappointment if I don't get the rematch. But I think that, you know, we'll definitely have a rematch between me and him.
Appreciate you.
No problem.
Okay, thanks, Stephen. No more questions in the room? Keith?
When they do fight, who do you expect to win between Taylor and Prograis?
Prograis again.
Excuse me.
Ramirez, I think Taylor will beat Ramirez. I just predict he'll beat him. I think he's the overall better fighter. And Ramirez, he does have he's still a champion, of course, undefeated champion, but he does have 2 blemishes on his record between Zepeda and Postal. A lot of people said those fighters actually won. You know, I didn't say it, but a lot of other people say those fighters Zepeda beat him and Postal beat him. So I think Josh Taylor, you know, and I think Josh Taylor beat Ramirez.
One last question. Did you think Postal beat him or when you watched it?
I don't know. I can't know, just because Ramirez was more, he was he just kept coming forward. But it depends what you're looking at. You know, boxing is crazy. It depends what you're looking at. Like Ramirez was the aggressive fighter. He kept coming, but he was getting hit with a lot of clean shots. Postal just picked him up. He just hit him with the 1-2 all night long. So I mean, I could have gave it a draw, honestly.
Stop him, do you think?
I don't think he stops him. No, because Ramirez is tough. Ramirez could take a punch. You know, he's definitely tough. I don't think he can stop him, but I just think overall, I think Taylor's better. You know, I fought him. You know, he has a good inside game. He's a southpaw. He's long, and you know, if he stays on the outside, I think he can potentially have an easy night. But the thing is about Taylor, like most of us, we have called the balls or whatever. So they want to he might want to just get in there and fight with Ramirez, and maybe that might be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. It depends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Congratulations. Congrats to your son. Happy Halloween.
Thank you. Happy Halloween.
All right. Okay, folks, ring walks are underway on the next bout. We will be back shortly. Oh, excuse me. Okay.
So
Okay, Mario. Take your time. Take your time.
Doesn't matter where any of this is.
Anywhere you sit, anywhere you want to sit. We'll frame you up just nice. You're the champ.
I leave this on.
If we have any questions from our people on Zoom, please use the raise hand function
You can take it off.
on Zoom. Get in queue. We'll get you questions. First, we're going to start with just an opening comment from you, Mario. Once you get settled, take your time. That water there is fresh and for you.
Thank you. Love with the bell in the middle.
Why don't you tell us, after you get settled, tell us opening comment about your performance tonight.
First of all, I want to give, I want to tip my hat to karl, good friend of mine for a long time. We knew he was going to come with everything. And, we knew it was going to be a rough and tough fight, but I was prepared for 12 rounds. I was in there being patient. And, we got him out of there sooner than we thought. But again, I went in there just taking my shots. It took a minute to get used to the pressure he was putting because it was so awkward. But, I started to find my rhythm as the rounds kept on progressing.
How would you rate your performance overall? For a homecoming, your first title defense, that has to feel pretty good.
Yeah, no, it feels great. I rate my performance maybe a B. Of course, there's all these things that you can work on. I was having a little bit of trouble finding my jab. Again, just because of how awkward he was putting the pressure. And but I felt I was picking my shots very nicely up the middle. I was slipping a lot of big shots. So I would give myself a B.
Questions here, guys? Hold on.
Yeah, he seemed to come out more aggressively in the second round and kind of surprised you a little bit. Did he hurt you at any time at all?
He was in there throwing bad intentions. He landed some odd punches, but again, it was just just taking me a minute to find my rhythm. But there wasn't anything that hurt me. There wasn't anything that really was offsetting to me.
As far as homecomings go, it'd been nice to have a packed house, but under the circumstances, were you satisfied with the crowd and your performance?
Like you said, of course, I wish that it could have been a packed house, but it couldn't. But I'm still very excited, with the outcome of this fight. I'm the first person from San Antonio who has ever defended a world title, so that's a huge honor. And I'm humbled to be one of the first person in San Antonio history, to accomplish that.
Hey Mario, Mike Hoppinger here. Congratulations. Now you guys at PBC are 140 pounds. Regis Prograis had a nice performance as well. Adrian Broner says he's going back to 140. Who do you want next?
Me being, a champion, I would like to unify with either Heraldez or Josh Taylor. Those are huge fights. Me being the fighter I am, those are the fights that I want. But again, we're going to sit down with, my people, Al Heyman, my managers, and we're going to decide what my next move is.
Right. But with Taylor and Ramirez expected to fight each other next, who, if there's anyone you can pick between besides those two, is anyone that you like?
I like, Josh Taylor, his boxing ability, but again, the type of style that Ramirez has, he breaks a lot of people, and it's just a fight that, you would just have to just see unfold.
Could you see tonight that Ryan was woozy after the headbutt? Did you really go after him after that, or what was your reaction?
There was some big punches that I landed. Before the headbutt that I saw in his body language, that really hurt him. I could hear him on the inside, with the body shots. And but again, it was a real fight. We clashed heads. It's part of boxing. But that wasn't the reason why he got out of there.
Mario, congratulations. When Regis Prograis was in here earlier, he mentioned that he would like to fight you, obviously to get some version of the title back. What are your thoughts on that fight specifically, especially because Taylor and Ramirez could be a while before you get the winner in that fight?
I'm in the sport to give boxing fans, the exciting fights. A fight with Regis, it would be huge at 140, especially with him being, the PBC team now. That's a very likely fight to happen.
Did you see did you see his performance? Or I know you were getting ready for your own fight, obviously. Did you happen to see any of it in the locker room or anything or no?
I didn't see much. I just saw, when he started to land, I believe it was a left hook that, he hurt him with. But again, Regis is a strong fighter. And he found his mark.
You like, there were any ring rust? You had a 13-month layoff. Did you feel any ring rust tonight?
No ring rust at all. Again, it's a 12-round fight. I went in there just being patient. And again, I knew it was gonna be a rough fight. I know I had 12 rounds to work, so there was no rush for me. I was in there, picking my shots, making him miss his wild ones, and it paid off.
Did you feel like you had anything to prove after your fight against Akhmedov ended kind of controversially? Did you feel like you had anything to prove tonight?
No, I didn't feel I had anything to prove. Again, I showed the type of fighter I was my last fight. And it was no different this fight. Again, I was ready for a rough and tough 12-round fight. And, like I said, that's what I was prepared for.
Okay, question here from AP.
Congratulations. I was curious, your first fight, in the COVID era, what was it like? Did it impact your training? Did it impact your preparation for the fights?
Yeah, camp was a lot different. Of course, a lot more strict. There was, as far as sparring partners go and everything. The bubble was something, I don't want to get used to. But, again, it was just part of what's going on right now. And I was very thankful, though, to be a part of, the first show back with an audience.
Yeah, and speaking of that, like you mentioned earlier, the crowd was kind of small, but still a pretty good crowd for COVID. How excited were you to see that many fans out there?
I was very excited. Just the fact, that, again, I'm here at home. And it felt weird, being at home, but not really at home because, again, I couldn't really leave anywhere but the bubble. But, I hope, I gave, my hometown fans, an exciting fight. And I hope it was worth it for them.
There was a lot probably to watch it on paper.
Yeah, no, of course. Thankful, for everybody who tuned in, bought the card, whether it was for me, whether it was for Tank, we all got exposure.
Over here,
Hey, Mario, where do you think your punching power ranks in the division? It seemed like you said, every time you were able to land clean with either hand, it hurt him. You could hear the thuds ringside. Where do you think it ranks at 140?
I think it's up there. Again, even in the Akhmedov fight, I was able to put him on the canvas twice. I carried my power throughout the whole 12 rounds. And I think it's definitely something that people in my division, should be aware of, that should be put on notice about.
Hey, Mario, two questions. One is, did you feel the fight was, the stoppage was too late? Well, I know you ended up knocking him out and you settled it, but did you think it should have been stopped earlier when he was all a little woozy and stuff?
Yeah, again, at that too, man, I know Ryan, I don't want to be in there, beating him down. I know his family very well, very respectful family, his team. But, I felt it was a little late, just given his body language, given the headbutt. But, there wasn't really, at that point, much hope.
And I know you mentioned earlier that you want to unify with Ramirez and Taylor or the winner of that fight. But to you, outside of those two fighters, what is the biggest fight at 140 pounds, in your personal opinion, that can be made?
Right now, the only fights I could think of, are the ones with the guys that have the belts, and right now, that's Taylor and Ramirez. But again, I'm here, to give boxing fans, the exciting fights. I'm willing to fight anybody in my division, and that's the type of fighter that I am.
Would you consider welcoming Teofimo Lopez at 140 pounds?
Yeah, we had an interview about that. If he moves up, if the fight is brought up to me, again, I'm willing to fight anybody. That includes Teofimo if he moves up.
Okay, we got some questions from colleagues on Zoom. Couldn't be with us tonight. We'll start with Stephen Hayes. Stephen, open your mic and go ahead.
Hey, Mario. Stephen Hayes, TV Sports. Congratulations on your first title defense. Two questions. One, did you make it a point to go to the body early and often?
That's part of just, my style. I was telling, from the amateurs, to chop the tree. I've always been a fan of body shots. And I mean, especially in world title fight, they really pay off, towards the middle and late rounds. So, but yeah, I mean, I went out there, with the intention, to break the body, real early. I mean, again, I know the type of style that Ryan had. I knew if I didn't do anything to slow him down, it would stay a rough fight the whole 12 rounds.
And number two, I know you said you were taking it one round at a time, but that sixth round, you seemed to come out there with a lot of determination. Did you feel at that point you could get him out of there?
Yeah, I mean, I could, again, I mean, I was reading his body language in there. At that too, I mean, I was finding my rhythm. Again, the first couple rounds, it was taking a minute just because how wild he was coming. But yeah, I mean, I was really just, starting to get warmed up. I was ready, to go a hard 12 rounds. So, I mean, I was going to keep on picking it up slowly.
Appreciate it. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Stephen. Last questions here from Cameron Buford. Cameron, unmute, and you can go ahead.
Hey, Mario. You kind of touched on it right there. The first couple of rounds, he seemed to kind of catch you off guard, and it kind of took you a moment to get in the rhythm. But is that the case? Is that how you saw it going inside the fight? That after the third round, you kind of got your rhythm, and then obviously put him out in the fifth and sixth round. Well, he could have went out in the fifth. Is that how you saw it?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, it was, taking me a minute just, to get his timing down, just to really get used to the way he was moving, the way he was stepping, and the way he was coming forward with punches. He's, I knew, he didn't go into this fight. I had the better boxing ability, the better movements. It was just getting used to, the way that he was moving, the way he was putting his pressure.
How can you get better, Mario? We talked about this a few times, how you just putting fights together, putting your game together. How can you, next training camp, what can you do to get better, to be a better boxer?
I mean, me and Virgil will sit down, my team, and discuss, what I should have done from the beginning, what I need to continue on doing. That's just something, me and my team will sit down and talk about. But I mean, like I said, I mean, I would rate myself, maybe a B, at the most. There's always things I can improve on when I fight.
Appreciate it. Look forward to seeing how you improve from the B that you give yourself. We want to see how you improve, team. Have a good one.
Well said, Cameron. Okay, Mario, congratulations. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, guys.
Safe travels for the short ride home.
Appreciate it.
Okay, folks, we'll be back after our main event tonight.
Socially distanced here, but a little over 9,000 have come in here. Showtime has had such a storied history in this building.
Get them, and we got about probably 15, 20 minutes.
Dang.
Hey, Russ.
Does anybody have a shirt for him?
Hey, Russ, give me a bottle of water. Okay.
Take your time, Tank. No rush. Congratulations. Terrific performance.
I get my phone.
Coach Calvin, if you'd like to have a seat up there as well, you're welcome to. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Come on in, guys. You guys can come on into the back. To the back, please give space. You guys, if you don't mind, just step into the back. I have some more press coming in, and we want to make sure we keep distance. Thank you.
Hey, who got my phone?
Hey, back,
Go get my phone from my back.
Bob got him.
Jake. Jake,
I get my shirt too.
fix the mic.
Oh man.
The mic can't. Did he put it back on?
Give me that.
But now it's off.
There's clean water up there as well, right in front of that speaker, that tank. That's a clean one for you too.
Ready?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, we're going.
Yeah, we're
Tank, 6th-round knockout of what has been called.
We starting already?
You ready?
Yeah.
We can wait.
You won't wait for
Floyd's on his way. Let's get started.
Good job, Calvin.
Thank you. Hey, this was his start this time. Shoot it
Yeah,
to the ceiling. Shoot it to the ceiling.
That was crazy, right? I'm glad he good. Yeah, he got up. Yeah.
How'd you set that up?
Set it up.
Yeah, how'd it come?
I just say I was breaking him down. He was tough, so he tried to play it off, but I seen that I was breaking him down. Probably like the 4th round, the 5th round.
Guys, are just
what's his name? I like went at him a little bit. I seen that I was breaking him down.
Seemed like he tried to respond right in the round where you knocked him out.
Yeah. He was trying. It was the Mexican fight back.
Were you worried, but how?
Guys, just wait for the microphone, please, Marcos. We're gonna wait for the microphone, please. Go ahead.
Were you worried because you knew when you connected, you knew you walked off, you knew you'd hit that punch where it knocked him out. But were you worried because he did stay on the ground for a little bit longer?
Yeah. So when I hit him, I seen that how he was falling, and then I returned because I knew he was out. But when I was on the rope and I seen that, I turned back around, see he was on the ground. That's when I went to a different mode. Damn, like, is he okay? Type stuff. And I'm glad he okay.
Go ahead, Jake. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. We're gonna get another chair up there.
Tank, it was a phenomenal fight, start to finish. Walk me through the fight.
I want to say the first couple rounds, I was a little cold. I want to say because there was shots that he touched me with that I ain't supposed to get touched with. But I started warming up. I started settling down. I started listening to Floyd, my coach, and things like that. So that's basically what happened. Once I start settling down, it's a lot of pressure, so you want to get off and things like that. So I looked at Floyd. Floyd was telling me like, just calm down, like we gonna get him. He always tell me like we're a 12-round fighter. So, but me, I'm so anxious. So once I get in there, I'll be trying to get at him. So, but it's all about learning. I'm learning how to slow my pace down through the rounds and things like that.
Question over here.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
No, definitely a star-making performance. It was a great fight, from great action. You ended it emphatically with what's probably the knockout of the year now. Is there any doubt in your mind now that you're one of the biggest stars in the sport, if not the biggest, going to getting there?
I feel like I'm the biggest. I am the biggest, but it's really I know that for sure, but as people got their own opinion, but when it's come to me, I always felt like I was the biggest. That's what kept me, sitting and things like that. So I had to, go out there and, talk about another fighter, to be able to shine over a fighter and things like that. So I always knew I was the biggest, within myself.
How great does it feel to finally be at this moment? You had your first pay-per-view fight, you ended it with the emphatic knockout that you needed.
Man, I feel amazing. This just the start. I just want to thank everybody that helped build me to this point. Big thanks to my personal team. I want to give a big shout out to Al Heyman, his team, and that work hand in hand with Floyd, and Mayweather Promotion. This fight definitely, I appreciate everybody that pushed me, and guided me in the right way.
And a question for Floyd. What kind of statement do you think Tank made, especially with that devastating knockout?
Amazing performance. I'm proud of you, Tank. And, of course, I'm hoarse because I'm always screaming, wanting the best for him. And I'm just happy for him. I know how he feel. I used to be that same kid sitting right here. And I had Al and Leonard next to me and my team next to me. But, it feels great to be on this side, on the other side. And I'm able to give back knowledge just to help him grow, Yeah, from anybody can if anybody can become that household name. This kid right here got all the skills. I'm proud of him. So proud of him.
Tank, let's just start from the beginning. Terrific performance. Leo Santa Cruz gave you everything he had. Tell us about if there were challenges in the fight for you. Obviously, you had the equalizer in the end. Did he push you? Take us through the fight.
So I want to say the first round, going out there, I threw my jab, and then I seen that he was trying to. Once I jab, he'll try to counter me. So if I throw a jab, he'll throw a jab, right hand jab. So I knew he was coming with more than one punch. That's why as I would get farther in the rounds, once I throw my punch, I would get out the way. It was just little adjustments and things like that. Just again, Floyd telling me settle down and just how I'm gonna get to him. And then once I start going to his body, it just little adjustments that you got to make to break a opponent down. And I think I was breaking him down leading to like the fourth, fifth round. But he was like, he, how your body is telling you can't do it, but your mind is telling you like you can do it. That's where
they don't know that. They don't know that, Tank. You have to be a fighter.
Yeah, well, that's how he was. I knew that he was a fighter. He had a lot of heart because his mind was telling him like, keep pushing.
Did you see the uppercut? Did you talk about it with coach beforehand, thinking that would be there, or is that something that came during the rounds?
It's just me adapting to we definitely worked on it, but it's me adapting to the right time and things like that. You can see like I didn't shy away from the uppercut once he kept coming in, but he was blocking at first. So and then sometimes I would not throw the uppercut and I'd come around. And that was the shots I was catching with, but it was just me adjusting to him.
Thank you.
Tank, how different did you feel in there, and what difference did you feel based on the way you trained for this fight as opposed to your previous fight?
To be honest, I didn't get tired not one time. I didn't get tired. If he would have kept the pace up, I would have know how to box around him and be able to control my breathing. So I want to say thanks to just me, my team, and Floyd allowed me to come to a gym and just coming to Vegas and train so I could be able to be in top shape.
Does that convince you to train that way and maybe in that environment going forward?
Yes, I definitely want to. Actually, I want to have a good, probably like I didn't take too much punishment, so I want to take like a good week and a half off, and then I'll come back to Vegas and get back to training. I think that's best for me. I think it's best for me to stay in the gym. As I get up there, it's gonna be people that's gunning for my head. A lot. So I definitely want to mature up and grow up and move my stable to Vegas and start training more there.
Leo was laying there obviously for a few minutes, not moving. How concerned were you at that point when you didn't see him moving?
When I first hit him, I seen he was going back to the rope, but when I came back and see him still on the ground, and then how they be on the ground, but some fighters their head they be like still trying to get up. He wasn't trying to get up; he was just out. So I was just like, damn, like that's why I started try to make sure he was okay. You know, we fighters, we go in there with a killer mindset, but at the end of the day, we all have family to go home to, and you know, we definitely didn't want nothing crazy to happen to him. You know, and his father just, you know, beat a serious situation. So, shout out to his dad.
Thank you.
Sure.
Question from AP.
You'd mentioned about him smiling, but can you talk about how you set up that uppercut? Seemed like you did a really nice job sort of getting him to kind of look like he was kind of trying to block his head and you came up with the uppercut.
I just didn't shy away from it. It was a couple times that he was blocking it. And then it was times he was in the ring and he was looking at his coach, like his coach was probably telling him what to do inside and like while we was fighting, or telling him that he was telling him at the corner like he gonna throw this punch. Watch out for it. So when I throw it and he'll catch it, he'll look at his corner and be like, yeah. So it was stuff that it was just me just, you know, not going away from the punch and you know, keep testing it. You know, once you in there, you start throwing punches and at the first round, everybody's strong at the first round, but they're not as strong as the fight go on. So that's what I was doing. I kept pressing it.
Yeah. Could you feel or could you see or sense that he was starting to weaken as the rounds were going?
Yeah, about like I want to say the fourth round. I think the fourth round. I'm sorry. I take that back. The fifth round. When I started going to the body, when I started bringing him down to the body, I felt him break it down, and then with shots that I was hitting him with, and it was touching his glove, but his head was gone. So I'm like, he break it down for sure. So that's when I started pressing him. Thank you,
Sean.
Truly great performance. Do you think it was the kind of performance that should warrant you being a pound for pound guy now?
That's really not up to me. But me and my team, you know, think that, you know, I feel as though I'm pound for pound, and the world know. They see what's going on. They seen what happened tonight.
And you let it be known you'll fight Ryan Garcia, Teofimo. What do you think of a potential unification with Devin Haney?
As of right now, we want to enjoy. Tank had a long training camp.
Jake.
And we really want to enjoy this victory. Soon as a fight is over, the first 10 seconds, who do you want to fight? Who do you want to fight? Tank is the top dog. Tank is on pay-per-view for a reason. Tank is where he's at for a reason. So we don't want to come up here and call different names. Like, oh, we want to fight him. We want to fight him. We want to fight him. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is let him go home and enjoy himself with his family, his daughter, his team. And then we'll talk about that probably, 20, 30 days from now. But he should be able to enjoy his victory. Why every time a fighter fight, the first, who you want to fight next? Who you want to fight next? He's putting himself, I put him in a position so he can do the same thing that I did. Fight when he want to fight, and fight who he want to fight. He's the top dog. And he's going to keep going out there, proving to the world that he is the best. And I'm so proud of him. Like I said before, I'm so proud of him. No matter what, you know, when things is said, when you hear certain things in the media about me and Tank, no matter what you hear, I'm gonna always love him unconditional. The same way I love my other two sons and my two daughters, I love him the same way. I only want the best for him. And I'm probably happier than he is. I'm proud of him, so proud of him. And I didn't come on to the other side as far as to become a promoter to not share what I had a part, you know, that what I lived before. I'm glad that it's him. I'm glad that it's him now. He deserved it. And I'm, like I said before, and I'm not going to stop saying I'm so happy for him.
Marcos?
Tank, I felt you showed a lot in this fight, like how versatile you really are. I know, Coach Calvin, you had mentioned that there hasn't been an opponent that's really brought the boxing out of Tank. Did you feel that Leo brought some of those things that you guys hinted about earlier in the week? And if Tank, if you want to chime in on that also?
Well, when we was watching All Access, I thought he was going to box more than actually go back to his old way of fighting. That's what makes Leo a great champion. He's always going to fight. You know what I'm saying? He did some things to Tank that I didn't like, you know, and Tank was in the corner. Once we got ourselves calmed down in the situation, he started seeing things, you know. That uppercut shot, we've been working on that for a while. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the playback, you'll hear when I tell him to shoot the uppercut to the ceiling. He threw it just right. He was open for it a long time ago, but he was just kept blocking like Tank said, so he had to switch up the shots and everything. But Leo was pushing the issue, you know, coming to him, you know, which cause was that we noticed that when Tank was coming out, he was hitting him in the body a lot. He was hitting him in the body a lot. He was hitting him in the body a lot. That's why Tank actually got that gas. He took chances, you know, and when the right time was, yeah, his was the elbow. But at the end of the day, he closed the show.
Tank, if you want to expand on that, did you feel that you showed more than what people thought of you before as just a power puncher? Do you feel that you showed that you could box, that you have defense, that you can move and all that?
Yeah, but I think I ain't really show that much of it as far as what I have all my tools. But I'm just glad I got the victory, and you know, Leo safe, and everybody can, you know, go home to the family.
Okay, one more over here. Removing who from the equation, do you feel you're better suited to fight at 130 or 135, or can you fight at both?
I can fight at both. I think so. Just the best opportunity. And the best opportunity. Yeah, I'm definitely champion at both.
I'm champion at both.
Yes.
All right, we're going to take some questions from Zoom. We're going to start with Stephen Hayes. Stephen, if you unmute, you can go ahead.
Hey, Tank, congratulations on the victory. Were you surprised that he took your power so early on?
I didn't really catch him clean. I ain't throw nothing that hard in the beginning of the rounds.
And when you saw that uppercut, when you saw the opening for that uppercut, did you know it was over then?
No, I actually didn't know, but as soon as I hit him, it was like he went all the way back. So I'm like, damn.
Appreciate you, man. Congratulations again.
All right, thanks, Stephen. Let's hear from Cameron Buford. Cameron, go ahead.
Hey, Tank, congratulations on the big win. How early in this fight did you recognize that you had the speed and power advantage?
I knew that coming into the fight, but there was times that, you know, he caught me a couple times, so it's really like speed didn't matter, you know. It was just the right timing, you know. So it was basically me, you know, get my timing right, get my footwork, and just, you know, once you first go on there, you get anxious, but once you go, you know, a few rounds, then you settle down.
That uppercut that left you were sitting on that, you were waiting on that from early in the fight. Was that the plan going into the fight? Calvin talked about you guys who had worked on that, but was that the plan to combat to counterpunch his style, his punching style, his flurry of punches that he was going to come with?
We definitely worked on it in the gym, but I think that wasn't the main. We were just working on, you know, just be able to, you know, stand his, you know, his output and things like that. And we definitely worked on the uppercut too, but it was just mainly he was just coming in with you know, his arms was longer, he was taller, and he was coming in with, you know, his head. You know, we knew coming into the fight, that's how he fight.
Where would you rank this in your performance? Is this your best fight yet? Where would you rank this?
I wouldn't say best fight yet, but I can't really rank it right now. Well, I got the knockout, so 8, but I'll watch over it.
Okay. Congratulations again, Chief.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cameron. Let's hear from Carlos Toro. Carlos, if you unmute, you can go ahead.
Congratulations, Gervonta, on the win. Do you physically feel better fighting at 130 pounds right now than you did when you were fighting at 130 pounds a couple of years ago?
I think that yeah, I think I feel strong at 130. I think this is my natural weight. It's just up to me to, you know, stay in the gym and, you know, stay fit. You know, I'll be a full-time, you know, athlete instead of just, you know, part-time. So I definitely feel good at 130, but you know, it's a good opportunity at 135. I'm champion at 135, so we can make it happen at 135.
And quick question to Floyd. Obviously, now with Gervonta having succeeded and passed the first main event with flying colors, do you foresee that all of Gervonta Davis's fights are going to be pay-per-view?
What we have to do is just we'll talk about it. I talk about it Monday with my team. I communicate with Al, communicate with Leonard, and my PBC team. I mean, with the promotions team, we'll sit down and talk and talk with Showtime, Stephen Espinosa, and see what we come up with. You know, we don't know what the future holds, but we do know this is a future star.
Thanks,
Big star, I should
Floyd.
say.
Thanks, Floyd, and congratulations, Gervonta, on the victory.
Thanks, fellas. We just got information that Leo Santa Cruz won't be with us. He was taken to the hospital for precautionary reasons. He was conscious, nothing emergency, but he was taken for some observation. Announced attendance tonight in the Alamodome was 9,024. 9,024. Announced attendance. We'll go to our next question from Jeremy Heraldez. Jeremy with fansided.com.
Gervonta, congratulations on an excellent performance. I know that Floyd gave you a lot of advice about your first pay-per-view. I'm curious, how did the reality of this moment, this event, live up to the expectation? What were you feeling in this momentous event?
Just leading up to it, just I was I'm appreciative. I'm happy to be in this position. But actually when I came to the fight, it was like when I got here to the weight. I mean the hotel was like me fighting international. So I was kind of used to it. I was cool, and Floyd always tell me like, let's treat this like a regular day in the gym, and that's what I was going by, just regular gym work. If I could have drove my own car, like I would have drove my own car here, so I could actually feel like I'm going to the gym. So I think that's what make me me calm to come into the fight like it's just regular gym work, and let it play out.
That left hook that you land, or that left uppercut, was a monstrous shot, and you did that at 130. Do you feel a significant strength benefit when you fight at 135?
I feel strong at both. I feel strong at 135 and 130. And it's actually what punch I hit you with. It's not just the uppercut. I knock Pedraza out with a hook. I knock Cambo out with an uppercut. And, just whatever punch I land. How I'm feeling.
Well, it's paying off, and it looked excellent. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
We'll take the next question from Richard DeOsio. Richard, if you unmute, you can go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Congratulations on the impressive victory and the spectacular knockout. I have a question for both Davis and Floyd. Tank, we'll start with you. You said you're going to take maybe about a week off, jump back into the gym. What is the end of the year and going into 2021 look like for you? So from your perspective, how would you map out 2021?
For me, as of right now, me just getting back in the gym, staying in shape, make sure I'm running. As far as fights, I can't really say right now. It's up to my team. I think I have one of the best. I do have one of the best teams in boxing. So I let them deal with outside the ring stuff, and I just go back to the drawing board and train harder. Then I train for this fight. I do my part and let them do their part.
And Floyd, from a promoter's perspective, this pandemic, certainly this going into the year, we didn't expect that this was going to have such an impact on the sports industry. From a promoter's perspective, how sustainable can the sport of boxing really thrive in the midst of a pandemic?
I really believe that we'll be okay. Certain things happen in life. You take the good with the good, you take the bad with the bad. Only thing we can do is keep our fingers crossed, pray each and every day that we can get through this. But we still want to go out there and entertain the people. People still want to be entertained. So I'm very, very, I'm very, very patient. My team is very patient, and we'll get through this. But as far as 2021 with Tank, we know we're gonna fight twice for sure in 2021. And if we keep our fingers crossed, it's 3 times. So we want to make sure for twice for sure, but hopefully 3 times in 2021. And you know, like I said before, we can't do nothing about this pandemic. This coronavirus is crazy, but we just keep our fingers crossed, take our time, and live each day one at a time. We take each day as it comes.
All right, we got time for just one more. Let's go to Cameron Wolf. Cameron, unmute and go ahead.
Hey Tank, what's up, man? There's sort of this new generation of young boxers. It seems like, you know, Tio had his performance a couple weeks ago. Now you, it seems like y'all are trying to earn this new, earn a new audience, so to speak. Where do you think you stack up, and what do you want the new era of boxing to be known for?
I can't really say, you know, that's not up to me. You know, if it was up to me, you know, I wanted to say it up to me. You know, it's me to, you know, for me to do my part. You know, forget, you know, that's what's wrong with, you know, other people. They worry about what other people have on that plate. You know, me, I'm focused on me and my team. My team, one of the best. Like I said, I think I'm the best out there. We just work hand in hand, and that's why we came to, you know, 24-0, and we're gonna continue to go that path, and just the sky's the limit for us.
That's great. All right, congratulations. Ashley, that's it for questions. Can I just ask you to kill the audio from the mics? Like to do some pictures with the belts?
Yeah. Finishing up, I'm finishing up my news, and I have to do a couple of reaction questions. Yeah. Yeah, I'm done with the Zoom.